Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have a quick look at a clip from the hustings at LBC,
and then we'll read our script that the Illuminati sent us.
It's basically this week. There's been a lot of furore, and there seems to be quite dirty politicking going on regarding Jeremy Corbyn and the Labour leadership. Labour have gone into, elements of Labour have gone into meltdown regarding Jeremy Corbyn, who seems to be getting more and more popular for saying what he thinks.
Yeah.
And one a leader candidate in particular has really tried to stick the knife in. It's quite unbecoming, really.
Yeah.
It's getting quite nasty. So yeah, here we have. This is a hustings at LBC.
Of you, would you serve in a Jeremy Corbyn shadow cabinet, Liz Kendall? No.
No, I wouldn't.
So Liz Kendall has come out saying she would not serve in a Jeremy Corbyn cabinet. I suppose we'll hear some reasons why. Mm-hmm. This is a person who abstained on the welfare vote.
Yep.
So she doesn't know where she stands on tax credits, but she knows for definite she won't stand in a Jeremy Corbyn cabinet.
Andy?
I would serve the Labour Party at any level that it asked me to serve the Labour Party.
Andy Burnham would.
Sensible answer.
Think, yeah.
It's a clever spin.
Yeah.
But it's very cleverly played. It's not just doing it.
Yeah. I think Andy Burnham has probably got the best radar out of the other three candidates.
Yeah.
I think it's really important that coming from this, the Labour Party unites. That's the most important thing, and we have a clear sense of direction going forward.
Liz should change her mind then?
Well, I won't.
We're not going to get anywhere, are we, by running factional
I so fundamentally
politics.
disagree with Jeremy's approach and I think it would be disastrous for the party, it would be disastrous for the country. We will be out of power for a generation. I don't want to be a party of protest.
Okay, so Liz Kendall has elucidated there why.
Don't want to be a party of protest. That's really telling, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
She wants to be in power, is what she's saying.
She doesn't explain, in particular, what Jeremy Corbyn is advocating that she doesn't like, which will lead to this. She's just insinuating constantly that it would lose to Labour not being in power, regardless of the fact that all polls are showing her as not only the least popular amongst Labour supporters for the leadership, she's seen as the least prime ministerial of the four candidates in the general public. So whatever the answer is, and Jeremy Corbyn is not the answer in her opinion, she's not the answer. She skips by that.
If Jeremy Corbyn won the 2020, became leader, how long do you think he'd be out of power for?
So 15 at least. Yeah, another decade.
So we went from at least a decade to at least another 15. I suspect that as Jeremy Corbyn popularity continues, that figure's going to go up.
Yeah.
So next week it's going to be 20 years. The week after that it's going to be 25
years.
Then
it'll be forever.
Yeah.
It'll be the end of the party.
Yeah.
Armageddon.
The other thing is, I don't think you should walk away from the Labour Party, and I wouldn't ever do what the SDP did in the early 80s, because I think that actually made the Labour Party even less electable.
And that was the main cause of the 83 defeat.
To stand up, well, that and the 83 manifesto as well.
Let's not go back there.
Yeah,
no, come on, Yvette, answer the question. Would you serve under Jeremy?
I think it's unlikely, but I think I also think generally in politics you shouldn't walk away.
Actually, that was a sensible answer, because really, you don't know. It depends what the question means, really, doesn't it? Does it mean, on principle, in any situation, would you serve under him? Or does it mean this specific thing here,
Yeah.
So that was pragmatic without being evasive, I think.
I actually think, I don't read that the same as you. I think that's exactly why Yvette Cooper cannot be leader. She doesn't know what she thinks.
She doesn't think it matters what she thinks.
She's been put on the spot there. Andy Burnham's come up and she said, actually that's going to play quite well. But the Liz Kendall thing as well, I want to steal some Liz Kendall voters, my main battle, because I'm a woman, she's a woman, it's a battle between us two.
See, all three of them are like that.
Yeah.
All three of them. Even Andy Burnham, who's just better at it, really, I think. I'm sure Andy Burnham does have actual proper beliefs, but that's the problem. That's why Jeremy Corbyn is standing out like a sore thumb. That's why the media are desperately trying to present him as a loony choice, even though if you actually look at what he's actually said, lots of people agree, a lot. Yeah. And that's why we're being told.
Yeah. I mean, the leadership race has been openly declared pretty flat, although it's come alive this week thanks to Jeremy Corbyn doing so well. And this is a prime example of why people are so what's the word? Uninspired. Okay, so by politicians, because Yvette Cooper looks like someone who wouldn't be able to go to the toilet without a focus group. You know, she needs a focus group to tell her what to think.
She's been there too long. She's been. It's not calculated. It's something she's been part of the political machinations for too long, and everything is a spin. Is what will they think when I say this?
Come on, Yvette. Do you honestly think you could go out and make the case for the things that Jeremy calls for?
Well,
seriously,
actually,
hang on.
We're just assuming everything is done by the leader. We've forgotten that there are party members out there who are part of this election. Those party members have a right to influence and decide what the policies are. The leader doesn't decide all the policies.
Well, that's huge what you're saying there, isn't it? Because obviously the other three are playing the presidential face of the party ticket, which isn't how our politics is supposed to work. Obviously we had Thatcher and we had Blair, etc. But it's not supposed to be like that. And Jeremy Corbyn just pointed out it doesn't actually work like that. But that's not how it's spun, at the very least.
I find it slightly uncomfortable that they're talking about Jeremy Corbyn as if he's not there.
Yeah. It's like, well, you're not part of this. No, we're the...
They are belittling him and saying, oh, come on, could you go out there and sell the kind of things that Jeremy Corbyn said? Well, tell us what's so terrible that he's trying to sell.
It's just spurious. They can't say it because I know the public will agree. Yeah.
Said he would want to bring back the shadow cabinet elections. I think in those circumstances I would not stand for the shadow cabinet elections.
So there we have it. We finally got an answer from Yvette Cooper, and it took I don't know how long, and it seems as equivocating as ever. I don't think it was serious. In the circumstances that Jeremy Corbyn was leader, do we honestly think Yvette Cooper wouldn't stand?
Of course she would.
Of course she would. I have to say, Liz Kendall and Yvette Cooper are slightly not slightly, they are overplaying their hand by some degree. If they're not in the shadow cabinet, is anyone really that bothered?
No, of course, in terms of affecting what's happening, they would have zero effect. They would just be, they're spin doctors basically.
And the more they sort of shout and complain about Jeremy Corbyn, the more it becomes obvious that how weak they are, because if we look at it from a real perspective, from actual reality, if Chuka Umunna had left his hat in the ring, this leadership contest would be over.
Yeah.
So it's not that the party's shifting to the left or to the right. It's just that the candidates that have been put forward are just not up to the job.
Yeah.
It needs one person who can sound coherent, have answers on the important questions, that can inspire a sense of hope amongst the electorate.
Yeah.
And all Labour's problems go away.
Actually be skilled at running the country.
Yeah.
Which is something people tend to forget.
Yeah. I mean, we forget the Tories are there and they think they're so small. They got a majority of 12.
Yeah, and they're actually not. They've got
and they're not selling any kind of hope. They're not saying you'll be better off in the future. What they're saying is managed austerity. We will manage your despair for you, so that we're inflicting it rather than some alien force.
Yeah, we could inflict it more, but we won't.
Yeah.
We only inflicted this much.
So
we're good, actually.
There's a gap there for someone with a little bit of hope to come out, and I think Labour could win in 2020. But at the moment, with these candidates, Jeremy Corbyn included, I mean, he's not a fantastic...
No, he's not. He's just because he's old school, authentic, doesn't play the game and says what he thinks, and that's all it is. But obviously he's got a very gentle approach, which on the one hand doesn't matter about running the country. In terms of talking to foreign leaders, it would matter, I suppose, in terms of diplomacy, but not much else.
Yeah.
And shouting in the Commons, which is very important.
So there we have it. If there's anything you want us to go over and have a chat about, by the way, send us a link and we'll look at the video and we'll...
we'll discuss it. I mean, particularly if it's something that you'll think we'll disagree with, but that disproves what we've said. That's what we want, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Bye.